Hello.
Aloha!
Happy Saturday, everybody. Welcome to the show.
How is it Saturday night already?
It's here.
It comes so fast.
What's
But it's
I have
happening,
my
no
Miss
idea.
Lisa?
It went so fast.
Yeah, it did. You know what else went fast? That whole intro stuff. Like,
It's funny because, guys, y'all of you who are watching this, you can't see it. I don't have as many pages to share as Dave, so it takes me less time. But Dave, like Lisa and I are just looking at the camera, all happy, and Dave has his head down. He has so much sharing to do with the show.
I'm still, because you know what's going on. I'm trying to share it, and in this search, like when you go to share out to a group, there it says nothing's coming up right now. So I have to find each one individual in the list it provides. I don't know what's going on with Facebook tonight, but I haven't really shared it to anywhere at all. So
Well, Lisa and I can banter if you need us to. We can just talk if you need us to.
Banter on. Let's talk. What are we going to talk about tonight? What do we got going on in this crazy Saturday night, kids?
I am so looking forward to tonight. I've been looking forward all week because I can talk about Disneyland versus Disney World all day long.
That's why you're here. You are our resident Disneyland expert.
Should I tell the listeners I had my earliest memories are of Disneyland. I have been going since I was a teeny tiny child. I've lived at Disneyland. I worked there. I've gone my whole life. We lost Lisa.
Lisa! Now I have to, I mean, we could start off by saying hello to our Ohana watching. Oh, she's back.
Hello, everyone.
And it's Skipper J, Lisa, and myself. What's up, Lisa? You're back. Oh, she's frozen, actually. She's in deep thought. Deep thought.
Should we call her Elsa because she's so frozen?
She is frozen. Let it go.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. I love Frozen, but 9 years in, and I want to hear from the watchers. Am I the only one who is sick of Frozen now? It's a great movie, great soundtrack, everything is great, but I'm just sick of Frozen.
I mean, I love it. And I thought the second one was great as well. So Lisa's happy about it. I mean, she's still frozen, but she's got a smile on her face.
We can say whatever we want, and Lisa will just agree.
She's got nothing to say right now. Yeah. I'm still trying to share out.
I know, Kim. I love Frozen, but ding, dang, dong, it has been 9 years of Frozen in our face.
Yeah, that's true. It has been. I'm not so sure where I'm going to be able to share out tonight because it's not working. I haven't
seen the second one yet, but I'm going to.
So watch the second one.
I have the soundtrack on vinyl, but I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it on Disney Plus any day now.
Yeah, it really is. It really is well done. The music's good. The movie's good. Like the storyline.
I'm with Kim though. Moana is better.
Moana's amazing. I mean, yeah,
Moana is one of the best Disney films I would say of this century.
Yes, definitely.
22 years into the century, I think Moana might be the top Disney film.
And for me, Coco for Pixar is just hands down amazing. Hey, Lisa, you're back and you're moving now. Can you hear us? Can you see me, Ma?
Do a dance if you can see us.
No, she's having some trubs and dubs. That's all right, Lisa. We could still. We're thinking about it.
If it winds up just being us, I think we can carry an hour by ourselves.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I can. Yeah, definitely. I'm just still trying to share out. I apologize. I'm not really staring at the screen that much.
Do your thing. Do the sharing. I got it from here. Hey, have you seen Obi-Wan Kenobi yet?
We have not. Or New Stranger Things, because that's out as well.
You watched the first one last night. We're watching the second episode tonight. I got to tell you, Dave, it is worth the 20-something-year wait. This show, just based on episode 1, is brilliant. I'm loving it.
Good, because I had read a couple bad reviews on it.
I don't get the bad reviews because the show is exactly what we said in 2005. I would love it if everything we said has come true.
Is it kind of like how Boba Fett moved a little slow at first, like to give you that storyline?
It moves a little slow, and I got to be honest, I loved Boba Fett. I thought it was great. Yeah. I loved seeing this change in this character. I loved watching the whole thing play out.
Yeah.
Who is Facebook user asking us how far out should I plan to Disneyland? 6 months or do I need more time to book hotel tickets?
I have to look into the group. I have to look on my phone to see who
I
that
think with
is.
Disneyland versus Disney World, I think 6 months should do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about the differences between Walt Disney World in Florida and Disneyland in California. And you worked at Disneyland.
I did.
Right?
I did. I was the manager of the Disneyland Hotel and the Grand California Hotel.
So, and those are the two hotels on property that
Two
actually.
of the three, yeah.
Two of the three, right? Okay. And I think the Grand Californian, that's a DVC, or it has DVC.
Yeah, it has DVC along with at Disneyland Hotel. It's going to get DVC very soon. And here's where I'm going to blow the lid off the episode.
Uh-oh. Tell us.
It is just my own personal advice.
Mm.
The 3 hotels at Disneyland Resort are not worth the money.
Oh, wow. Okay. That was going to be one of my questions, and we're going to get into that. So
yeah, that is my big thing. I would say, if you are planning a visit to Disneyland Resort, if you want to spend the money on their hotels, $500 a night, go for it. I would recommend staying offsite.
Yeah, I'm gonna just bail on the rest of the sharing. Lisa, are you back with us?
Say something.
Can you hear
I think
us?
so.
Oh, there she is.
Can you
We
hear
hear
me?
you. We hear you.
But your ears have disappeared into the castle. So you just have a great big bow on.
Yeah. There we
How
go.
upsetting this is. I don't know what's going on with Facebook tonight. It's a little wonky. We have, to start with, of course, we have a deal of the week from DVC-Rental, along with the NTD promo code. We're going to talk about our friends over at, hey, Scott Clark, we're going to talk about our friends over at D Magic World. We're going to talk about how Disney Night Live is now up and available as a podcast. So we have to that's pretty exciting. We have to keep that in mind as we do shows to kind of describe that visual while people are listening, right? Hey, T9, what's up? Are you still in Disney World?
Tina, I hope you're having a great time right now.
Loving her photos and story.
She tagged me in a post today, and I want to have her come on and talk about it because I kind of agree with her.
Yeah,
about
definitely.
Galaxy's Edge. I loved the rides, but the land, we can talk about that maybe next week.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, she got Ghirardellis. Ghirardellis or Ghirardellis? Lisa, what do you think?
I think it's Ghirardellis. I don't know.
I call it
bougie.
fancy chocolate.
Yeah, fancy chocolate.
Fancy
Ghirardellis, right?
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Enjoy, Becky. Becky's going to bail on us to watch Obi-Wan, but I don't mind.
You know what, Becky, you're going to have a great time. I've only seen the first one, but it's when the sequels came out 23 years ago now. And this was what we all said is like, oh, wouldn't it be great if Ewan McGregor came back in 20 years and blah, 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 blah. And it's everything we wanted and hoped for.
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. And Stranger Things. So it's not a Disney vehicle, but
I have never seen Stranger Things.
Oh, it's so good.
Is it?
Season 4 is out now, and I'm looking forward to watching that.
I never heard a bad thing about Stranger Things.
No, it's really good. And also have to catch up on some stuff on the Handmaid's Tale that we've been watching as well. But yeah, so
I haven't watched that. I read the book. The book was frightening. I put it down and went, ooh.
Oh, the series is frightening as well, but it's so well done. We keep watching it.
Peanut says, I say Ghirardelli, but I've been wrong before.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think it is Ghirardellis.
I think it's Ghirardelli too. I guess I just say fancy chocolate to save myself.
Yeah. Oh, see, Becky's saying.
Free samples?
What's that, Lisa?
Go get the free sample.
Oh, yeah, I think they do. They give you the square, right?
I wonder if they still give you the little square.
Oh, well, I'm just going to get in line, get out of line, get in line, get out of line, get in line.
Oh, and then you don't have to buy any.
Right?
Yeah,
if you do it long enough, there's your Halloween chocolate and you're the
mustache,
cool guy on the street.
Hat.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'll get the glasses with the mustache attached to it. Fake nose, mustache, the whole thing.
There you go.
Definitely. Becky said Stranger Things marathon tomorrow. So do we want to do our deal of the week and float some monorails? And
I'm always ready to float the monorail.
All right, cool.
Tell me when you're ready. I have the monorail here. I'm going to drop it, let it float.
I'm ready for some floating.
Let's do it.
All right, we have an exciting 4th of July special from our friends at dvc-rental.com. Let me take these banners off that I have going because we're live. Of course, share us out if you would like. Give us some love, and we're on Disney. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube and Instagram.
Big heart. Smash that like button. Smash that share button. Go to YouTube. Give it a like.
Ring a bell.
Podcast. All of it.
You can ring my bell. Ring my bell. All right, sorry. I had to do it. I put up the promo code NCD50.
See, you start, I start.
So we have our own promo code now. Well, Lisa, you could sing in the background. You could dance, whatever you want.
I'll just dance. It's okay. I don't want to scare anyone away.
I could neither sing nor dance, and now I'm bringing the audience.
We can sing about our promo code NTD50 to save $50 off any reservation at booking with dvc-rental.com. And again, this is a 4th of July special at Saratoga Springs. So it's got a check-in of July 2nd and a check-out of July 4th. So total number of nights is 2. And it is in a deluxe studio, preferred view. The room's going to sleep 4 people plus 1 infant at a total cost of $884. That's total. So what is that? $442 a night for this room. And again, it's 2 nights, and it's a 4th of July visit. I would definitely take this if I were you. 4th of July at Disney World is really special.
This is a fantastic deal, especially on 4th of July, which is, I think most of the hotels are already sold out. So if you just want to go and celebrate the fireworks, celebrate America, do the 4th of July thing, this is the deal to get.
Yeah.
Almost $300 savings over Disney.
Right. And, we spoke about this last weekend. They're bringing back the 4th of July fireworks, right? So at Magic Kingdom, I mean, you don't want to miss that.
And 3rd and 4th.
And 4th. So 2 nights. So you could actually see it during this stay. And we don't want to disappoint our friends at DVC-Rental or Scott Ferrioli, because we want to make sure they know we're doing a really good job supporting them as a sponsor. I don't want to let them down. So we need somebody to book this and tell them we sent you to help us out. Yeah. And that would be really cool. Scott at DVC.
Now that's Disney Live Crew sent you. And listeners, I have emailed Scott, and he has gotten back to me the same day.
Right now, he's got nothing to do. Scott is staying right now at a 3-bedroom Copper Creek villa, I think, for one night. He showed a video earlier, and I would go check that out because the room's amazing.
I
had a cancellation.
Following dvc-rental.com, because as soon as I find the right deal for me and Chris, a nice little weekend getaway at the Poly, we're going. We're using
take it.
DVC-rental, and we're taking that.
Take it. Take it.
As the Emperor would say, do it.
Yeah, saw your message, David. Thank you. That's so sweet. You're welcome. Oh, Donald, I thought you were talking to me. I thought it said David. Donald, that is sweet of you. I'm so confused tonight. I still can't share out, and I'm all discombobulated.
Facebook's a little funny tonight, but we got this. We got this.
We got it. It's right.
Alan bailed on us because he smells.
He smells, and he said he wants some wine and a relaxing evening.
Yeah. Which
we want to tell our friends over at the Magic World that Alan smells. So if you're listening right now, or you're listening on replay at dmagicworld.com. Oh, Lisa gets blocked out tonight. Sorry, Lisa.
Sorry.
D-Magic World, our friends at dmagicworld.com, 24/7 streaming Disney magic music. It is a streaming platform for beautiful Disney music. It also has a movie station now as well. So either park music or movie music, you decide. And you can also reach out to them. You choose what they play, get in touch with them, listen live, tell them what you want to hear. D-Magic World, awesome folks. You can keep moving, Lisa. You're not going to show up until
Yeah,
I do
we-
that.
we-
There she
oh,
is.
we
All
are.
right, she's gone.
And we want to say hi to all our friends on D Magic World because
was trying.
it is a fun platform to listen
Right.
to. I love Sundays because we hear bits of the show mixed in with Disney music, and I'm like, wow, now that's Disney. Sounds really good.
That's right. And we want to, you know what? I want to put up a challenge. I want everybody watching, if you're watching on YouTube or you hear the replay on D Magic World or wherever you are, hit us up. Find us on the podcast, wherever podcast platforms are, or in D Magic World, and go to YouTube and put a comment in our live feed or in the replay and just say Alan Smells. Hashtag Alan Smells.
Hashtag Alan Smells.
That would be great. And then we know.
If they leave a
listen.
comment, if the lovely people who listen to us on D Magic World leave us a comment, I think we should share that comment on the air next week.
I would
As
definitely
recap.
do that.
Absolutely.
I mean, I look every day.
As
I gotta
long
be
as
honest.
it's not dirty.
Well, right, dirty like Alan.
Family friendly.
Yeah, family friendly. That's true.
Alan, this is what happens when you take the night off. We tell the whole world.
But he likes to tell other people that they smell, like RJ and Jay. He's just like, you smell. So, and only if we say you smell it, actually, it's like code for we love you.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
We
really?
only pick on people.
yeah, oh yeah, Lisa,
Yeah.
definitely.
If we don't pick on you, then you're in trouble.
Yeah,
So be
very
careful.
much so.
So you're here tonight. You're going to get picked on.
I counted on it, so that's all right.
Counting on smelling.
Halfway here.
That's kind of like our we love you code is you smell. Like the Princess Bride. As you wish. You are smelly.
Oh my God, what is going on with Facebook
Donald
tonight?
says, who's excited about Hoop Do reopening? I'm excited.
I've never been there, but I'm still excited.
Really?
Yeah.
They have the best fried chicken on property and all you can drink beer.
Oh, nice.
It is worth the money.
I like all you could drink beer. I have it. I
I
right
have
here.
the beer and the all you can eat fried chicken in one in each hand. It's just nom 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 nom
Yeah.
nom the whole time.
It's like a hot dog eating contest. You got to put the chicken and the beer and just take it all down.
Does the show get more exciting the more beer you drink?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
We all love Hoop Doo because it is from the 70s and it has not changed. So that beer helps.
Very corny.
Definitely.
Mhm.
Oh, look, I found a new way to share.
Looks like the castle on my head. I have
It's like
my
royalty. Yeah.
Disneyland ears on.
It looks like you're really there. And
Yeah,
you're really
it's funny because when you step back, the ears disappear and like the castle merges with the headband.
Right.
So it looks like the castle's growing out of you.
right out of your head.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
It is pretty
Well,
cool.
but-
You may want to see a doctor about that.
Yeah.
I should have grabbed a Disneyland castle today, but
Gotta-
I did not.
That's okay. Well, we're talking about Disney World versus Disneyland.
Disneyland.
In California. I want to be specific about this.
Can I give a spoiler?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Please.
As
I love
a lifelong Disneylander, and I hate to say this, 5 decades of going to Disneyland, living at Disneyland, working at Disneyland, having an annual pass. My earliest memories are Disneyland. I prefer going to Disney World better.
Wow.
Really?
I do.
Then I'd like to see from people watching and hear again from people that might listen on
Yep.
replay or in a podcast or wherever. I really want to understand. I've never been to Disneyland in California. Lisa, I think you have.
Yes, I have.
Yeah. You've been to both, and so has Jay. And I want to know why people feel that they like one versus the other, and what the differences are. And there, yeah, Alan probably is. He's probably binging Kelly Clarkson. I want to also know like what are the biggest differences, because doing part of my research for Disneyland for one day for visiting there. You know, this show is like a vehicle for information and
I
research.
have to go with you guys. You can't go without me.
This is true. Yeah, you
I
come
have
with
to
us.
show you guys Disneyland.
Right.
You know, the biggest difference between Disneyland and Disney World, and this is what I tell people all the time, is Disneyland is a place in a city that you visit for a day. When you go to Walt Disney World, you are visiting a city.
You're there in the bubble.
It is its own city. It's twice the size of Manhattan. It's 2 San Franciscos. I mean, you can see Disneyland from the freeway as you're getting off.
Right.
Disney World, you can't even see it from the plane. It's its own little
Wow.
city in Orlando.
Right.
Wow.
And I like to stay in those good neighbor hotels. I mean, you can literally, like, you cannot walk at Disney World from I guess you can, some of the Disney Springs hotels.
Right.
You can't walk from a typical hotel and walk right to the gates of Disneyland or DCA. Like,
And that's
that
what
is
makes
fantastic.
Disneyland a great 2-day, maybe 3-day visit because you can literally walk from Star Wars Galaxy's Edge to Cars Land in less than 15 minutes.
Mhm.
So, and I thought that you could, from the Grand California, you can walk into Disneyland.
If you're staying there, you can
If
walk
you're
right into
staying
Condor Flats of DCA.
Okay. And you have to be staying at
You have
one
to
of
be
the
a hotel
Disneyland
guest.
resorts
You have to be staying
Or-
at the Grand Californian.
or the Grand Californian only. Okay. All right.
Mhm.
So it's exclusive and specific. So, yeah.
Well, I'm jealous of Donald. He and Marie will be at Hollywood Studios tomorrow.
Oh my goodness, Donald, please post a lot of videos and pictures and make us all very much jealous, like
Tell
green with
Tower of
Jell-O.
Terror hi for me. It knows it's my favorite.
Oh, it knows him by first name.
It does. It greets me as soon as I hit the parking lot. Steve says Colton needs more Skittles.
He does. Oh my God, my poor son is battling COVID now, and now Kim is positive.
Yeah.
So COVID's in our house. I'm most likely going to be positive eventually, although I'm never positive. I'm always negative. Just
Yes,
joke.
we know
But
that's your outlook.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yes, we do know.
So I tested a little while ago and I was still negative, but I'm all stuffed up.
Just give it time. It's
It's in the house. I mean, we don't live in a great big house, and I mean, God, Kim and I we sleep in the same bed. It's like it's gonna happen. So
it's just the two of us and the dog here. So when one of us gets sick, all of us get sick.
You're all getting it. Yeah, exactly.
Facebook user says, hi, all tuning in while getting my packing list ready for Walt Disney World next week. You know what? The one thing I always have in my Walt Disney World bag when I go to the parks,
Battery charger.
always all that, but I
Yeah.
always carry a first aid kit.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It is the go-to thing to have because you never know when you're going to get a splinter, standing in line for Splash Mountain, or just a blister, a cut, whatever.
Right.
Always bring a first aid kit.
Something.
You're not going to use it every time, but when you do use it, you're going to be like, wow, I'm so glad I have that.
Oh, and Colton says, don't worry. Oh, wait, where'd it go?
Oh.
He says, don't worry, I'm all right. Thank you, Colton. We love you. And
You're a buddy, dude.
You're making it through this and you're kicking COVID's butt. So
You'll be good.
Yeah, exactly.
Back to normal really soon. Okay.
That's right.
Sorry you're going through this, bud.
Yeah. I have up just some information about Disneyland and Disney World. Just like, I mean, we could talk about like the size real quick, right? So what are the differences? And obviously Disneyland or Disney World has 4 parks versus Disneyland has 2.
Well, 4 parks, 2 water parks,
2 water parks,
6 hotels, a shopping district.
And so the shopping district, Disney Springs. And now what is the name of the downtown area at Disneyland? Is it also Disney Springs?
It is downtown Disney.
Okay, just downtown
And
Disney.
it is currently being completely refurbished. They just knocked down the AMC and the whole block of buildings with it. They are redoing all of downtown Disney. So it's one of those things where if I was planning a visit to Disneyland, I think I would wait a year and a half, 2 years till all of downtown Disney's done. It's getting that cool 60s architecture vibe.
Nice. So Disneyland has about 500 acres, while Disney World is more than 43 square miles of land.
Yeah.
So Disney World obviously is much bigger than Disneyland. They both have different parks and themed lands, right? Obviously.
And if I was going to compare, if someone asked me what's better, Disneyland or Magic Kingdom, I have to say Disneyland. Even though it's smaller, there's so much inside Disneyland to do.
Okay.
But one of the things I really, especially as
my other comment.
I will read your other comment. I'm sorry. I'm getting yelled at by King COVID over
He
there.
says, "Don't worry, I'm all right."
Yep. Thank you, Colton. We know. Yeah, he wrote another comment. He said he's yelling at me. Yeah. Sorry about that, Jay.
No, all good. What I've really grown to appreciate about Magic Kingdom as I've gotten older, though, I have watched Disneyland change.
one.
Okay, buddy.
He always steals the show from us.
He always
Always.
he's wait, here it is. Colton. Oh, that's from Steve. Yeah, Colton does need more Skittles. I'm still trying to find his comment. But talk on, guys.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
One
I
of
haven't
the
seen
things I really appreciate about Magic Kingdom as I've gotten older is it feels the way Disneyland did when I was small, and everything's in the right place. I mean, it's so big compared to Disneyland, you can't help but feel like a kid once you walk down Main Street.
Yeah.
Because everything is huge. Once you go to Disneyland, everything is so small. And unlike Disneyland, everything is where it's supposed to be at Magic Kingdom. The People Mover's still in place. The Country Bears are still there. The Swiss Family Treehouse is there. The Fantasyland buildings are still medieval. So there's that bit of childhood Disneyland in Magic Kingdom that I prefer.
I'm wondering. I know that when I do finally get to Disneyland, it's going to look so much smaller on a scale compared to Disney World.
It's teeny tiny compared to.
It's teeny tiny,
Disney
but
World.
the history is there, right? I mean, this is the first park, right?
There's
Lisa,
so much history, yeah.
Yeah. Lisa, what do you think the biggest difference is, like glaring difference or difference to you versus the two?
Well, I think like there's some obviously I should have looked this up again. But a few years ago on Disney Pass to Cast, we had kind of compared like the number of attractions at each, and it's very, very similar. But there are some things that land has. Like I was so excited to go to Sleeping Beauty Castle, as an example. Like you can't go. I mean, you can when you go to Cinderella's Royal Table, but like to walk up and see all of the story of Sleeping Beauty, like that is fantastic to me. You know, the Matterhorn, like there's so much history with Matterhorn that you don't have. New Orleans, you know, like there are certain things that you just can't get at Disney World, and it is so much smaller. And people thought that when I said like, I don't think that's a bad thing, because I think I spent 2 or 3 days there the last time, and I could get through pretty much everything I wanted. And like DCA, Cars Land is like walking into the movie. Like it is so amazing. Like there are some things like those, or you know, I even liked, what is it called? The Ferris wheel with the
Mickey's Fun Wheel.
I'm not ever doing that. I saw a video of that thing.
I did it. I've done it in the swinging gondola.
Yeah.
And I will never, ever do that again. I did not.
I loved it.
So
I laughed so hard I like was bawling.
You were on this. So there's two types, right? So there's one that are
right.
So I think there's a stationary regular ones, and then there's the ones that kind of they're like they're on wheels and they go crazy and swing back and
feels
forth.
like you're going to die.
It feels like you're gonna fall, and I loved it.
Yeah, last time I had to do that, I was sitting on the floor sucking my thumb. Is it over yet?
Yeah, I was watching Paging Mr. Morrow when he visited there a couple of weeks ago, and he's a thrill seeker, and he just seemed like he was like, "Oh my God, what is going on here?" So, he is. Kim, he was
if you
just
want to know what
at
the
me.
sweet embrace of death feels like,
Oh my
that's the
God.
ride.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I liked it, but I am weird like that. But then like Incredicoaster, which it was
That looks fun.
last time I was there, it was something else.
California Screaming.
Yes, that's it. See, my brain. You're making my brain work hard tonight.
At
Like there's
Disneyland
something you don't have at Walt Disney World, but there's something else, you know. But then like Mermaid is like same, you know, is essentially
It's
the
exact
same
same
ride.
ride.
There's a lot of the same things, and then there's the so there's Mr. Toad still at Disneyland. There's a lot of dark original rides at Disneyland.
Right.
You still have what the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea is there?
It was we saw the submarine voyage. It was never 20,000 Leagues,
Okay.
unfortunately, because that was the better version.
Right. Mr. Toad's
Still
Snow
there.
White is a dark ride as well.
Just got redone to Snow White's Enchanted Witch, and it's a really fun version of the ride. Although I do miss the nightmare-inducing version of the ride at both coasts.
You do miss that?
I love the one where you would get off Snow White with PTSD.
Yes. Well,
Wow.
that was my I've only ridden that one once, and that was like, oh.
Disney
totally
World
different
One
than I
would give you nightmares, and that was my favorite thing about it.
That's your favorite thing. And see, my favorite thing is the death-defying swinging gondola. So
Yeah, I don't want to do no swinging gondola, but I will go in the regular.
I've done the swinging gondolas, Dave, and I'm telling you, man, you the Grim Reaper's waiting for you on the other side.
Yeah.
He's like, I see you swinging there.
and there are some other big, like, some attraction differences. Let's say,
Well,
like,
do you want to do attraction
Pirates.
differences?
Yeah, I would like to talk because Jay, you mentioned earlier the resorts. There's 26 resorts at Disney World versus 3 at Disneyland.
Disneyland, yeah.
So
and one of those is one hotel Disney bought up, and it's just they're turning it into a Toy Story hotel now. But in the 30 years they've owned it, it's just never caught up with the other two.
Wow. And Steve's comment here says Disney World parks have 4 parks with 52 rides, and Disneyland has 2 parks with 61 rides.
Yeah.
That's a crazy stat right there. Yeah. That is.
I knew that it was something similar. Like I was surprised when I had looked that up before.
Wow.
But that's one of the things I like about Disney World better is it all being spaced out. You have more time.
It's a ton of space.
Do things. Yeah.
I mean,
So you said Pirates. I'm going to say one of the most controversial things that's ever going to be said on that.
Oh no, because I said Pirates. Oh, I didn't even think about that.
So the Pirates in Magic Kingdom, they literally slapped it together in a year and a half, in 18 months, because they got so many complaints that it wasn't there, because it had only been 4 years old when Magic Kingdom opened. So people were like, where are the Pirates?
at Disney World?
Old, yeah, because it opened without it. So they put it together really fast. It's literally half the ride. When I'm at Magic Kingdom and I know I'm going to Disneyland the same year, I can skip Pirates at Magic Kingdom.
Wow. Wow, that is a big statement. That might be the most bold statement ever on Disney Night Live. Which one had
favorite, so I would go no matter
For me,
what.
it is. Yeah, for me, I love Pirates at Disney World.
You're going to love the Disneyland one better because it's twice as long. It's literally, the one at Magic Kingdom is literally half the ride, because at Disneyland, you go through the bayou, the restaurant, there's 2 waterfalls, there's all the caves you go through, which you just don't get at Magic Kingdom.
Right. Now, which one had the real bones in it originally?
Disneyland.
Disneyland. So that's a
back
little.
in the 60s, you couldn't get realistic looking bones.
So they actually put real
bones,
human bones on the ride and then removed them eventually.
Yeah. Well, there's still one there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
When you're going through the caves and there's the captain's quarters, you see the skeleton laying in bed. And there's the big headboard behind him with this giant skull that doesn't look like any other skull in the attraction. That is still a human skull.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. Wow. See, you learn a lot from this show.
We do.
Yeah. We're very informative. And let's, remind people that we are now a podcast. So we're trying to be as informative and, I guess, verbally imaginative for them, right? So
we want to paint pictures in your mind.
Right, exactly. So what I didn't do tonight was load a bunch of photos of the 2 different places to be like, all right, look at this, because I want to talk about it. So I love this. We're describing the difference between Disney World and Disneyland in California. Obviously, there's many other Disneylands around the world, but we're focusing on California.
We're just looking at America tonight, just the American parks, I think, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Kim says she dreams of seeing Small World in Disneyland. Kim, you are going to die when you see it, because that little castle inside of a building is an actual giant castle outside.
That's another difference. A lot of the attractions at Disneyland begin or have an outside portion and an inside portion versus Disney World, where you're either out or you're in.
Yeah.
Right. Many of the queues are outside at Disneyland. Like that was one of the first things I noticed. I thought, you start lining up outside.
That nice suntan in the California sun.
But that's so Disney World gets much hotter, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, harder is a whole different show, and we can't even go there.
We are family friendly, Dave.
Yeah, Alan's not on tonight. We can't talk
Alan's
about
not here. Alan, if you're watching, you can't be here tonight.
So it's usually nicer weather in California and a little maybe breezier and cooler, and versus Florida, where God, if those queues were outside, which some of them, you do get beat on the sun. Oh my goodness.
The sun literally comes down from the sky and punches you in the face in Florida.
In Florida, yeah. On certain days you feel like it.
Summer.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, you're having fun still, but you're so hot. Versus when I watch videos like vlogs of people at Disneyland, a lot of them are wearing sweatshirts and stuff, and it's like, okay, cool.
Well, in California, when it gets cold, we just throw a sweatshirt on over our shorts, t-shirt, and sandals.
Yeah, there you go. You're rocking that half I'm chilly look.
I'm cold, so I'm putting on a sweatshirt over my shorts.
Right.
Which is the best resort out of the three to stay at? If you were going to stay at one of the Disney-owned resorts in Disneyland, which is the best?
Lisa?
Depends on what theming you want, I think.
Okay.
That's what I would say. But
so, California Adventure kind of looks like Wilderness Lodge to me, right?
I'm going to be honest, someone who was on that project when it broke ground until it opened, it is a carbon copy, a small carbon copy of Wilderness Lodge.
That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah. If I was going to stay at a Disneyland hotel, it would be the Disneyland Hotel.
And that has 3 different towers?
3 towers.
Right.
And you've got the awesome Trader Sam's. Not as good as...
True.
Not as good, but you do have Trader Sam's.
Inside and outside.
Yeah, but the rooms, you've got the Fantasyland Tower, the Adventureland Tower, and the Frontierland Tower. And you'll see models and artworks, and your rooms are themed. And if I was going to spend the money, that is where I would stay.
Wow. Lisa, what do you think? If I was paying for your trip, which
you were paying, I'd stay at the Grand California.
There you go.
And the biggest suite.
That actually made it a lot
the
easier.
Presidential suite? I don't know.
Which is the one in Disneyland with the rooms that have the lights and the headboards? Is that the California Adventure?
That is Disneyland Hotel, yeah.
Disneyland. Okay.
Yeah.
Hotel. All right.
The rooms in Grand California are surprisingly small for what you're paying.
Yeah.
They're teeny tiny little like matchbox rooms.
Right. And it cracks me up too when people say, like, I'm in so many different groups and I see people that was like, for Disney World, they're like, well, you're barely in your room, you're at the parks. It's like, that's not true for us. I mean, Jay, you spent a couple days with us. We spend a lot of time at our resort. We're not just going to theme parks. We're on a
enjoy your resort.
Yeah, we're enjoying our resort. We're eating at a resort. We're spending time, going around the resort and going to the pool. So,
and that's one thing where I'm going to give the point to Disney World, because the 3 hotels they're very compacted. They're very close together. You get the luxury of space at Disney World. Like when we walk around the Poly and look across the lagoon at the Magic Kingdom, that's not an experience you can get at Disneyland.
And that's an amazing experience. Yeah, definitely.
And I feel like, and I don't know if this may be offensive to some, but I feel like it's very the size of Disneyland California is very manageable. Like I did not walk 30,000 steps like I do on Epcot days.
My God, yeah.
I feel like it's a very family friendly, and I also notice not that World isn't, and some of the accessibility features may not be quite as good as Walt Disney World.
Yeah.
At least some of the things I've noticed, because there's not much space. They can't widen things. They can't I know that they probably can retrofit, but anyways, just from that OT, the occupational therapist in me, I was like, this isn't super friendly for all abilities. But it's very quaint, very homey. I absolutely loved it. Like I noticed that a lot of people were locals. I know that
Right.
there are many, pass holders at Disney World, but like a lot of the folks were coming in and out for just a couple of hours. A lot of them
Yeah.
were local. Like I said, very family friendly. I
Wow.
really, I like it a lot. It's just, it's so far and it's so much to fly, or else I'd love to take all of my kids so they could see Cars Land, so they could see how things are different
Right.
on that
Yeah.
coast.
Because
So,
you really get an appreciation when you start visiting other parks for this whole thing, for the entire Disney
absolutely.
experience.
Right.
Lily Johns is asking a question: how would Disneyland be during spring break? Busy like Disney World, or not so much? That's a
I
good question.
would not go during spring break.
At Disneyland,
Yeah.
because Disney World is kind of crazy. So
Yeah, really. You left a message on my Facebook page, and I'm sorry I got busy and didn't respond to it. I would love to help you out with that. Hit me up anytime. But yeah, Disneyland. Here's the thing about Disneyland, though. It is so small, and with GD Plus now, it is so busy. And without things to suck away the crowds, you are in a giant mosh pit at Disneyland now, all day, every day.
oh, nice. I like mosh pits.
David likes mosh pits.
I love mosh pits.
That's fitting.
Yeah. Kim says that she considers Disney World a leader in inclusion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely they are. Disneyland is built first, obviously, and Disneyland was built, you know, I guess not with that in mind. And I don't know if Disney World was either, but the changes have seemed to come at Disney World versus Disneyland. And Lisa, you brought up a great point. The locals in Disneyland, like, they really take pride in Disneyland. Like, that is their park. You know what I mean? Like,
There's a sense of ownership. Over
right. Yeah,
Disneyland
that's a
for
good
local.
way of putting it. Yeah, this is our area.
Yeah. This is our patch. We'll fight you
Right.
for it.
Yeah, exactly. I get that again from a lot of the vlogs that I see. Very proud to, visit it as a local. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I love Disneyland, but I got to be honest. I'm glad I made the big jump to Disney World just because it's so much bigger. There's so much to do. I mean, at Disneyland, Haunted Mansion and Splash Mountain are literally 50 feet away from each other.
oh wow.
That's how tight the space is.
Yeah. I mean, they're backed up to a freeway, right? Like
Yeah.
they're okay.
It's only the
That's
five. The
amazing.
5 runs alongside Tomorrowland.
Right.
Right, yeah. So that's something I've seen too. Like Galaxy's Edge is in that kind of like right on or
It
near the
is
freeway.
Squeezed into the back half of the park. They actually cut the river, a quarter of the river off to squeeze Galaxy's Edge in there.
Okay. Wow. It's
Which is one
interesting.
point away from Disneyland because I love the riverboats.
What Genie Plus is it at both park? Is that both
It's
locations?
Both parks, but I think Genie Plus has really put the squeeze on Disneyland.
Yeah.
It is so much harder to navigate now because everyone's out in the walkways
Okay.
at all times.
So you think it's changed Disneyland for the worse?
I do. I think it's
Yeah.
changed Disneyland for the worse.
Wow. Something I found interesting watching the Diz last night. I was watching when they were on their cruise and they had their big show, and they were talking about the Genie Plus and the changes coming where you can no longer book in advance. Pete Werner had said that he feels. What did he say? He feels that, or was it Pete or somebody else said they feel they're doing that because they're going to charge more. So what they're saying is we're doing this so that it's more harder for somebody to get, but really what they're doing is they're going to charge more for it.
Yeah.
So
And that takes the fun out of it. Because when I bought my tickets
Yeah.
for Disney World, I got Genie Plus at the same time.
with it, yeah.
And so, I bought it at the same time. So there's that fun of constantly checking in and doing some pre-planning leading up to the trip.
Yeah.
Facebook user asked which airport is closer or
Another
better,
great question.
John
Yeah.
Wayne or LAX. I hate LAX with a passion.
It's a crazy airport, right?
John Wayne's only 20 minutes from Disneyland. It's a much smaller airport. It's easy to get in and out of. If you go to LAX for a domestic flight, get there 5 hours early. It's that busy.
Wow.
I have flown international out of LAX. I've flown domestic LAX. I hate LAX.
So what you're saying is go through John Wayne.
Do John Wayne. It's easier. It's closer.
Drink a pink squirrel there, Pilgrim. That's my John Wayne impression. Lisa,
I was like,
did you like that? Was it good? What are some other famous things he said? I'll try it. What are some other things to do and see
Someone is
outside of?
screaming in the comments right now with all John Wayne's lines.
Yeah, I need some more. Chris says zoo is 2 hours. Zoo is 2 hours south.
It is the world famous San Diego Zoo. Best zoo on planet Earth is just 2 hours away. But you've got LA, you've got Hollywood, you've got Orange County. There's so much to do. Or Disney World, you stay in the bubble. Disneyland, there is no bubble. You go and explore off Southern California.
What about a lot of the things to look at too, like the tours that you can do, like the Imagineering and all that, the original places that, in Disneyland in California, right? Aren't there cool places and like history and things you could do? Like, isn't there a tour that takes you to like the
like Walt's apartment?
Yes, and not only that, but
Walk and Walt's Footsteps tour.
Walk and Walt's Footsteps, right? And like the Imagineering and like where they did the drawings and all that. Like, isn't all that around there?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, I've been reading comments.
That's okay. So T9 says
La Jolla is only 75 minutes south from Orange County.
What is it?
La Jolla. It's a beautiful area.
That's not La Jolla?
No, it's La Jolla. It is where I would live. If I still live there, that's where I'd live. I love La Jolla.
Nice.
It's all on cliffs overlooking the beach. Beautiful, great boutique shopping.
You have to say it like John Wayne. That's La Jolla.
That's La Jolla.
Apparently, David, you're the only one that really has the John Wayne impression.
I practiced like for 49 years.
Impressions are not my thing. Yeah.
The last time I went to Disneyland, I actually stayed first for a conference in San Diego and then drove through the coastline. Like, there's just so much to see and do. Like, you could, I know a lot of people that pack in more than just Disneyland during the time. So.
And I think that's one of the biggest differences between the two. Visiting Southern California, even if you're just going to Disneyland, you're staying at Disneyland, you can still see everything SoCal has to offer. When you go to Disney World, you are trapped in that bubble for the most part.
I do like the bubble.
So there's no exploring Central Florida.
Mexico's 3 hours away from Disneyland. That's also very cool.
2.5 if you drive fast.
Hi, Gina. Who am I saying hi to? Who's Gina? Kim, tell me who Gina is. Kim said hi, Gina, so I said hi, Gina.
Hi, Gina.
Oh, Gina. Hey, what's going on? I know Gina. Now I see Gina's watching.
Jody asked, can you tour Disney Studios? That is a good question. I really don't know if they opened.
I think that might be it. I think that's what I'm talking about. I saw it in a vlog. I think you can tour Disney Studios.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's opened back up since COVID, but you could pay a price to tour the actual studios, get on the lot. And that is
16th Street.
134 behind the Hollywood sign. So if you're going from Disneyland to the studios, expect about 2 hours.
There's a lot of traffic in California.
That is the number one thing I do not miss about SoCal, the traffic.
Isn't that the movie that Michael Douglas made, like Falling Down? Wasn't he in California where he gets out of his car one day frustrated with like traffic is the final breaking point and gets out and like goes on a whole tirade?
I cannot tell you the amount of days, months, years I've wasted just sitting in traffic in California.
Okay.
So much time of my life spent sitting in a car, bumper to bumper.
You've been stuck in traffic, Pilgrim. It's pretty good, actually. I gotta admit, my John Wayne is.
Who was the one that stole John Wayne's belt buckle from
Oh, definitely. I have it. It's in my closet.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
They actually had John Wayne's own belt buckle on the animatronic, and they went in to clean it one day and realized somebody had absconded with it.
Oh, wow.
So somewhere in Central Florida, some ex-cast member has John Wayne's belt buckle.
Return it to its rightful owner.
He's dead now.
This is true. Chris says, Dave, yes. Thank you for agreeing. I love it. What other differences? I mean, I know so much, again, from just watching vlogs.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
food.
Entertainment. Yep.
Food and entertainment. Yeah, let's talk about that.
Food is 1,000 times better at Disneyland.
I've heard this.
I have always said churros at Disneyland are for locals. The churros at Disney World are for tourists.
Yeah.
Disneyland has so many exciting food things coming up all the time.
This is what I've heard. Lisa, what's the best thing you've eaten at Disneyland?
Oh, I don't.
Lisa says
on the spot.
Lisa says the Monte Cristo at Cafe Orleans is the greatest thing at Disneyland.
I can't eat pork, but that is typically what everyone wants to go get.
Yeah.
But like, I was even happy with this. Of all things in the world, like you can get a pickle, like you can get a dill pickle, like and be walking. Like I don't know where you can do that in Disney World.
You can.
Yeah.
It's one of the things because they cater to the local crowd. They're more on top of it with the food.
I'd rather walk around with a pickle than a turkey leg.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, pickles don't have tendons hanging out of them.
Everything I like, everything I try to like. So when I have some significant food allergies, and I could find things everywhere I went.
Oh, good. How about Bengal barbecue? Is that good stuff? That sounds good to me.
And it's right across from Indiana Jones.
Okay. Yeah, and they're like skewers, right? Is that what?
Pure pineapple and meat and bell pepper. It is one of the best things there.
I need that in my life.
And you can get it and hop right in line for Indy and eat before you get on.
Indy is just like Dinosaur, right? Kind of. Except with a better theme. Oh my God, I just made Jay mad.
To me,
Yes.
Okay, so Dinosaur uses the same track layout and same vehicles as Indy. Indy was first. Indy is best.
Indy's best.
I'm sorry, Dinosaur lovers, but Indy is the better ride.
Do you like Dinosaur? I want to know in the comments. Do you like Indy or Dinosaur is better? And if you've ridden both rides, which one do you prefer? I really want to know as well.
And everyone typing in, just type in Indy. You know I'm right.
Yeah, guys, please too.
Yeah, theming is so good on Indy. So.
You got to tell us because I look all the time on like YouTube and in the podcast. I want to see comments.
Indy's outside the berm, so you actually walk a half mile through these decrepit old tunnels that are falling apart, or so they look, to get to the ride. So you have the queue is just as much a part of the experience as the ride.
Oh, Kim. Oh wait, where'd it go?
Where? Are we dueling comments?
Yeah, hold on. Dave, tell Jay what I said when we went on Dinosaur. She said Jay smells. And I can't believe she said that. It was awful. I know.
You talking to Alan at the time.
I can't believe you, Kim. No, Kim, I can't remember. What did you say? Something about Indy? Because I did tell her that in Disneyland, it's Indy.
Chris likes Indy better. T Nina says, I don't ride Dinosaur. It beats me to death. You know, when they first opened Indy, I did school, and I went and stood 3 hours to ride it. And it was so intense when they first opened it. 1 3.5 minute ride felt like you'd done 200 sit-ups.
Wow.
They've toned it way down. But it's with Dinosaur, it just doesn't. I think once you go on Indy, it ruins Dinosaur the way if you go on Cars Land, it ruins Test Track.
Test Track, right? Yeah. Oh, Cars Land looks 100 times
Yeah.
better.
They took the
Test Track.
same vehicles, same technology, same thing, and actually improved on it in story.
Yeah. Oh, I was like, Jay always right. Okay, yeah, that's right. So you didn't say Jay smells. I'm sorry, I said that. It's Alan.
I'm showing up with a shirt next week that says "I smell," but then it's gonna be quoted Alan.
We're gonna have Kim make them, and everybody's gonna get a shirt that does this show and says "I smell." Hashtag I smell, according to Alan.
Hashtag I smell. That's our thing now.
I do like Dinosaur. Dinosaur is pretty rough.
You guys are gonna. I kid you not. Once you go on Indy, it's gonna ruin Dinosaur for you guys.
So maybe not next year, because next year I already have Disney World booked.
Mm-hmm.
We should definitely go to Disneyland and
I'm so tagging along just to
definitely
show you guys everything.
Lisa said she's going to. See?
Absolutely. It's been too long.
Yeah.
It's been too long.
Let's do it.
How long has it been again, Lisa?
I think 2014 or 15. Like,
Oh, that's way
we
too
had
long.
planned to go in 2020. But that,
Right, Chris. 2 nights ago, Jay did
is fired.
What did we have? White Castle, Taco Bell. Jay smelled 2 nights ago. Something.
I'm gonna kill him when this is done. I'm gonna be a widower after tonight's episode.
I love it. The brutal honesty.
So what happens when you marry your best friend? They tell you when you stink.
Yeah. T9 says 20 years ago. I loved it 20 years ago. I was in my 40s. T9, you look great. Trust me. Yeah.
Since we're waiting down, you always want me to just tell you which attractions are better between Magic Kingdom and Disneyland.
Definitely.
Okay. Skipper J says the Jungle Cruise is better at Magic Kingdom.
Wow.
Haunted Mansion is 1,000 times more better. Chris, shut up. At Magic Kingdom. Big Thunder Mountain, it's funny because it is a little bit longer at Magic Kingdom than Disneyland, but if you look at the track layouts, the one at Magic Kingdom is literally flip-flopped. It's a reverse image of the one at Disneyland, but I still prefer Disney World better.
And so you referred to Disney World Magic Kingdom as Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
And Disneyland is Disneyland.
Like,
so when you go to Disneyland, where is Magic King? Like, what's your Magic Kingdom? It's Disneyland.
Park. Yeah.
It's Disneyland Park.
It's just Disneyland, yeah.
Okay.
And DCA's right next door, but yeah, it was always Disneyland. And when they built Florida, Magic Kingdom was they tried to make it different from Disneyland. So it's fun getting your tongue tied when you go to Disneyland, Disney World.
Right. Yeah. I would have thought they were both called Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, no, it's just it's just good old Disneyland back home. I will not compare the two small worlds because one at Disneyland was built in a it had a 6-month window when it was built. So it's this time capsule of like happy, positive 1963, 1964. When you go to the one at Magic Kingdom, it's the end of the 60s, the beginning of the 70s. So it's a little more psychedelic. It's a little more wild.
Right.
So I'd like to compare the two. Space Mountain, Disneyland.
Disneyland looks a lot better from what I've seen.
Smoother. It doesn't beat you up. Yeah, you don't get off with a head concussion.
Right. Which is very important.
Yeah. It's very important to your trip.
Yeah.
Between the two locations, who has the overall best attraction? I want to hear from both of you. And so let's not include Guardians because none of us have ridden Guardians, right? So let's take Guardians of the Galaxy.
Are we taking our personal favorites into account or just best attraction?
Yeah, what do you think between the two locations, 4 parks at Disney World, the 2 parks at Disneyland, who has the best attraction? And this is just your opinion, right?
I am going to go with Disneyland because the Pirates there is Walt's Pirates, and it's the best one in the world. Ooh. Outside of that, Tower of Terror.
Wow.
Something rated above Tower of Terror for you?
Yeah. And so Tower
It's
of
very
Terror
rare.
in Disney World, or do you like the Guardians Tower of Terror version?
Mm.
No, that's the answer. That's a no.
You know what? I enjoy the Guardians of Disneyland because it just never worked when they brought Tower over to California. You know, the one at Disney World, the show starts long before you get in the park. There's this huge looming structure, and you go
Right.
down Sunset Boulevard, and you wind through all this giant space. With Disneyland, it was a teeny tiny attraction. It didn't have the fifth dimension, and it was just very kind of squeezed in. And it was like once you've been on the Florida one, the California one could never compare. So
Mm.
it actually works better in California the way it is now.
Oh, wow. There you go. Lisa, what do you think?
As you definitely learned by now, I'm a thrill seeker, so I really like Expedition Everest. That's
Oh,
my
wow.
Yeah.
favorite
That's your
attraction.
jam, huh?
It is, which is, I
Wow.
mean, I only rode it like 14 times in a row one time.
Yeah, one time.
Yeah, just once. But I mean, it's okay, right? Nobody's gonna judge me, right?
I've only ridden it once
I've done
entirely,
towers.
never
I've done
mind
towers
14 in a
13
row.
times in a row, so no
Yeah, I was gonna
judgment
say
here. Just applause.
that, right. So you get it. You get the
Just
insanity.
applause.
So
Wow.
that's my favorite. Although, like, there's just so many things at Disneyland that are not available at. I shouldn't say so many. There are several things that are available at land that's not at World. So I think if everyone has the opportunity to go to both, then they should. Like, yeah,
Right.
I don't think
That
you
was
would
my last point of the
15-minute
night. You
walk.
just stole it from me.
Yes.
All right. Well, I have one more question for both of you then. If I'm paying for your trip, are you going to Disneyland or Disney World? And you have to stay on property. Which one are you picking and what resort are you staying at?
Oh, Dave, you know the answer already.
You're staying at the Poly at Disney World.
If you're paying, I'm staying at the Poly.
Lisa,
Club
how about
level.
you? Oh, club level would be nice.
There you go.
Yeah.
The last time I stayed at the Poly was club level. Amazing. But
Yeah.
I would say because I can drive fairly easily. I mean, like, I literally drive all night myself with kids to Disney World. I would probably still pick land, and I would
Wow.
stay at the Grand Californian or the Disneyland. I wouldn't really care. I
You
would
don't
stay
care.
across the street in the whatever hotel.
Yeah, that's the
Dave,
crazy
that's
thing.
sweet.
Like, there's
Disneyland Hotel. Dave's paying. Get it?
yeah, I mean, there's off-site resorts right there
Yeah.
because when
You
they
can-
built Disneyland, they didn't own everything around it, so
Right.
people just popped up shop and we're like, we're opening stuff here, guys. Like, yeah,
Right.
It's funny. Up until Disneyland redid that section of Anaheim in the early 2000s, that was a part of town. You'd get off the freeway, lock your doors, roll your windows up, and don't look at the crack addicts. Just go straight to Disneyland.
look, kids, Wally World.
Yeah, and that's why we have Disney World, because of all the cheap hotels. And I'm not going to say things on a family-friendly show.
Nice. No, this has really been great because I've been wanting to know the biggest differences between the two locations and not ever, have gone to Disneyland. I mean, I've only gone to Disney World, but I watched so many vlogs on Disneyland and it looks like a lot of fun. I hope one day to get there, but I really think that this helps people that, maybe they've been to both, they've never been to either one of them, they've been to one of them, help them get that idea of what are the differences.
And I got to say with Lisa though, if you're a Disney fan, you really owe it to yourself to do both, even just once, because
Right.
they are. Yes, they're similar. Yes, there's Main Street and Castle and Adventureland and Tomorrowland and Fantasyland. They're just two different experiences altogether, and that's what I really appreciate. It's not the same.
Yeah.
It's not like going to a mall and seeing Hot Topic and McDonald's. They're thought out differently. They're
Yeah.
just two entirely different experiences.
Yeah, that's what I take from it. Again, without ever seeing Disneyland, I'd have to agree with you from seeing a bunch of vlogs that the experience is different and take it for what it is, you know.
Plus, my family lives an hour from Disneyland, so it's always free for me to go there.
Oh, nice.
Well, it's a stay at least.
What let's recap tonight, because we had a great deal of the week from dvc-rental.com, right? We have a Saratoga Springs Deluxe Studio, July 2nd through July 4th. So 2 nights. You're going to want to check that deal out. We talked about our friends over at dmagicworld.com, 24/7 streaming Disney music magic. We did talk about as well that we have our own promo code for DVC-rental, where our friends and our Ohana can save $50 off any reservation at booking with DVC-rental. That's any reservation.
Am I eligible because I'm part of the team?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Lisa, myself, you, maybe not me though.
Because I've been looking at dvc-rental.com, and as soon as I see that perfect poly getaway, I'm taking it.
Yeah, no, definitely. Reach out to Scott if you're
and
going to book
Alan
some.
will be fighting for that. I'm
Yes,
sure.
it's true.
Always
smells. Hey Nelson, what's going on, my man? Yeah, I mean, NTD 50, save $50. Any kind of reservation that you book with DVC-rental, I think that's awesome. I want to keep reminding people we are a podcast now. We're out there everywhere. We're on Apple, Podbean, Libsyn.
And I want to say, when you listen, smash that like button, smash that
please.
subscribe button. Give us a 5-star review, because we're only 2 episodes in, but it really helps. It boosts us up. So
yeah, it really does. And again, please give us your comments. I really thank you so much, Steve. I do really check like all of our different social media things every day, all day. I want to see your comments. I really enjoy seeing stuff. I want to go on YouTube and go back on a replay of a video and see your comments. I want to talk to you. I want to connect with you, and I want to hear your opinion. What you want to see in the future. We hope to have different guests on in the future. So
you just know, Dave, it's not just that we want to hear from you.
Yeah.
We want to connect with you, and
right, exactly.
And we want the Ohana to grow. So come along with us.
Thanks, Chris. Yeah, I'm trying to avoid COVID, although I'm pretty sure it's inevitable. Yeah, I mean it's like Thanos said, it's inevitable. So Lisa, thank you so much for joining us again tonight. Alan had to take the night off. He wanted to relax, and Kim is hanging out.
Alan needed to take a bath.
Yeah, he did actually. He's
4 hours from me. I can smell him from here.
I can picture him in a tub right now with a bunch of candles around and music and wine.
But he's in the tub with like his smoky jacket and his pipe and a fez.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Oh my!
He talks to himself. He talks to himself like this, like very bougie and fancy.
Yeah.
I'm Alan.
He does the masterpiece theater voice when no one is looking.
He puts a lotion on the skin. Poor Lisa.
I don't even know. I think we were about to end.
We were about to end. Sorry.
I've got the outro up and ready to go.
All right, let's do it. Good night, guys. I love you all. Thank you so much for being part of this. And we'll see you next Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern.
and download the podcast.
Yes, please.
Here we go. Hey, Lisa, there's still 8 people watching. Go
There are
home.
8.
Show's
Yeah,
over.
go
Go
home,
home.
guys. Show's over.
Night.
Night, everyone.